In this workshop, a welder is standing on an old gas cylinder to work, unaware that this makeshift support is extremely dangerous. Never, under any circumstance, intervene on a machine that's still powered. This man learns it in the most horrific way when the press closes on him, a procedural mistake that could have been fatal. These two workers on the tanker truck thought they had everything under control until a sudden gas leak changed everything. This worker is adjusting a part on a large wooden frame, but the frame, poorly stabilized, suddenly tips over. Fortunately, he managed to get out of the way thanks to help from a colleague. This woman just wanted to clear a bit of snow to open up the path, but she didn't see the avalanche forming right above her head. In this industrial workshop, a routine task suddenly spirals into disaster. A single spark ignites a fire. The workers have only seconds to escape before a massive explosion obliterates the machine, engulfing the entire area in flames and chaos. In this factory, a welding operation led to a serious incident. A man was welding inside the building when a spark fell outside and ignited combustible materials. The fire spread rapidly, fueled by the presence of highly flammable products inside. Fortunately, all employees were evacuated in time and no injuries were reported. On July 5, 2023 in Mexico, a man narrowly avoided being hit by a car traveling at high speed. He was lucky to escape unscathed. His own car was damaged, and the reckless driver was found to be under the influence of drugs. With his back turned, this worker stands too close to the excavator, a dangerous mistake. Around heavy construction equipment, keeping your distance is a survival rule. These trucks are using a chain to tow a mini excavator while a man is still inside, a reckless decision, and the consequences are immediate. This scene was filmed in India. A little girl is seen sitting inside a parked car in front of a shop. At one point, she opens the door and steps out. 13 seconds later, a speeding car slams violently into the vehicle. The girl's grandfather said he was standing outside the shop while she waited in the car. She had only stepped out so he could buy her some chocolate. The driver, who was reportedly drunk, fled the scene after the crash. Two men are cutting down a tree in a garden, one with a chainsaw, the other pulling a rope tied to the trunk. But in a split second, everything goes wrong. On a construction site, safety must remain the top priority. It only takes a moment of inattention or a small mistake to cause a serious accident, especially when working at height. This video serves as a reminder: neglecting protective equipment and ignoring your surroundings exposes you to real danger. At this loading site, a worker is maneuvering a heavy metal piece with a crane. Suddenly, the cable snaps, and the worker stumbles dangerously, narrowly avoiding having his feet crushed. Before any lifting operation, check the condition of the cables and make sure no one, including yourself, is in the danger zone. A motorcyclist and his passenger were riding peacefully, unaware of the trap waiting for them ahead. They fell into a ditch caused by unfinished roadwork. Fortunately, they jumped off just in time and escaped without injury. Here's a perfect example of solving one problem by creating another. In this industrial warehouse, a worker is handling a heavy steel coil when it suddenly tips and falls on him. This video illustrates the danger of improvisation, too often overlooked during loading or unloading operations. Never gamble with your safety. Always use stable and certified equipment. In this factory, a pressurized machine starts showing unusual signs, but no one pays attention until the door gives way under the accumulated force and hits a worker. Never ignore unusual signs from pressurized equipment and always follow safety protocols. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay safe out there.